Hi, this is Jeff Mesnick. I'm here with the Channel Marketing Journal, and I'm excited to be here today with Gordon Mackintosh, who's the Vice President of Worldwide Channel Sales for Extreme Networks. How are you doing today, Gordon?
I'm doing very well, Jeff. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, it's my pleasure. So, sitting in San Jose as the Vice President of Worldwide Channel Sales, can you give us a little understanding of what does that really mean?
Yeah, so I work for Extreme Networks. We're a networking company focused on the enterprise marketing space. We're about $1 billion in size, and we provide an end-to-end networking solutions from the data center to the wireless edge, all managed through some pretty cool management software through one single pane of glass. And my role is Vice President of Worldwide Channels is to build out the right partner ecosystem to help us and support us to take those technologies to market to meet the ever-changing requirements from our customers. So I lead our channel sales team, our channel programs team, our OEM and SI team, all with the same goal, which is to drive a better customer experience through having the best possible partner ecosystem.
Oh, that sounds great. We hear a lot of companies are kind of moving down this, making it easier to do business together. Is that kind of something you guys have been pushing towards?
Yeah, it's funny you should say that. Actually, our partner conference, our sort of mantra was, smart, simple, and stronger. So we've been putting a lot of effort into simplicity because we understand it's key in the modern world, and it's key for our partners. The simpler they are to do business with, the more business that the partners will typically bring our way, and the more business we can build together. So, on the back of multiple acquisitions, we've done a really good job in taking all the special ingredients from each, and building out a really unique partner experience with simplicity at the heart of it.
Oh, that's great. I love hearing that. It's just so important to make it easier to do business with everybody. And I've been part of ecosystems and seen ecosystems, and it's just not easy. So why don't we jump into, one of the things, our goals in this year's campaign, in our editorial campaign, is to really learn about some new programs that you are launching and to understand, what program that might be and the benefit that, that it has had and maybe any challenges. Maybe you can share something that you're most passionate about.
Yeah, well, let me talk about something we're just launching literally this week. We've had great success with customer and partner events all across the world called Extreme Now, and we see customers and partners coming in and hearing the latest and greatest from Extreme. From our executives, we share information, they share information with us. It's just fantastic. And then, we live in this digital world of social media, going back to, face-to-face engagements, best practice sharing, is really refreshing. And, one of the things I like most about the channel and our partners is our ability to scale. So with that in mind, we're launching a new program called Now to Go that's going to, be a packaged event that our partners can order and consume. All of the information, all of the invites, all of the event materials, presentations, etc., are all available. And then we'll work together with them, with our marketing team, to drive customers to those events. So we're taking something that was working really well for us and seeing some great results from a closed loop perspective, and then we're going to take it to massive scale by driving it through the hundreds of partners that we have out across the world. So really excited about that. We're literally, going to have the first events next month, and we've just launched the infrastructure internally today to our sales teams.
That sounds pretty exciting. So when you launch these events, are you actually helping them man the events that have people there? Or is it more of a framework? Is it events like, is it going to be larger events or just their own personal kind of events?
Yeah, they're gonna be in the main somewhat more personal events, smaller groups, maybe 10 to 12 customers, um, 4 or 5 maybe existing customers, 7 or 8 maybe new customers. We'll co-host with the partner, and certainly initially with our systems engineers and sales teams, but ultimately we're putting a lot of focus into making our partners as self-sufficient as possible so they can move with great speed and great scale as well. So it's absolutely a collaborative effort to begin with, but over time, I see our partners being able to just do this whenever they like.
That sounds great. So, what I guess my next question would be is, what were the hurdles in trying to launch something like this? I mean, there must have been a lot of detail that you'd have to think about when putting together this package to make sure that the partners don't, you don't want them saying, okay, I'm going to launch this and then be on the phone with you every step of the way.
Right, right. No, no, absolutely. And we have a marketplace at Extreme that we launched, Extreme Marketplace, back in the fall.
Yep.
It's a one-stop shop for our partners to go and leverage some of the best tools in the industry, for marketing and co-marketing, so that they can have all the email templates and invites. We basically, used economies of scale and purchased a whole bunch of banners and materials, and just shipped them to the partners as well, rather than making them go through, MDF cleaning process, which can be time consuming, right? We wanted to make it really really simple, which is fantastic. We're working through, of course, the linguistic challenges as well.
Oh yeah.
Which is important. And we're fortunate that, as well as the marketplace, we have something called the Extreme Dojo,
Hmm.
which is now open to our partners. It's a wonderful learning environment, with gamification, where partners can take belts, yellow belt being basic knowledge, and green, and then all the way up to blue and eventually black belts. And the video content and the learning in there really educates the partner on how to deliver a presentation within the Now to Go event. So we're leveraging some of the existing infrastructure, and then, not making things too complex, just getting the things that need to be successful out there as simply as possible.
I really like that idea of the dojo with the different belts because the goals is so important. In the gamification, really, you'd be surprised, or I always was surprised, where partners and salespeople even don't always do things that are in their best interest unless they have some funny motivation to do so.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, exactly. Our culture is pretty relaxed by
Yeah,
comparison, and we like to have fun. And we like to, extend that obviously to our partners, who we really see as an extension of our sales teams. And the dojo creates that sense of competition, but at the same time, it's very measurable, and that's what's important for a company the size of Extreme when we're doing things with our channel partners, is to make everything very measurable. And our Now to Go program, as an example, or Dojo, we have very specific metrics around what success looks like,
right.
and we challenge the partners and they challenge us, and that competition and rivalry, whether we're running spiff for the partners or a spiff for our partner account managers, create some excitement and buzz and some energy, which ultimately drives good business results.
So do you actually ship out the yellow belt and the green belt and the black belt?
We do, yeah, yeah, yeah. In fact, at our sales conference, we were giving them out, and we had different teams wearing different colors, and again, it just creates great
Oh, that's
competition.
that's awesome. I love it. I love it. That's great. So we've been through some good stuff, and this is, as you know, our target audience of our publication is to other executives like yourself. So this is great learnings for them. But now I like to have some fun and ask a great question, which is, we've all been on these business trips, and we've all kind of been like, holy cow, that was the weirdest or strangest business trip I've ever been on. I'll tell you mine. I flew into Kalispell, Montana, and that's just a strange place. How about for you? What was this kind of one of the strangest business trips you've taken?
Good question. Maybe one that comes to mind of recent. It was one of the best, but also one of the strangest. So I spent some time with one of our partners based out of North Dakota, and I attended their annual ice fishing trip up in Minnesota. So despite the accent now coming from California,
Yeah.
uh, landing up there and driving out into Minnesota, into the wildness, and then ultimately out onto a lake in massively sub-zero conditions. With a small hole in a small pen, trying to catch some pretty elusive fish, where you're so cold it's almost difficult to talk. Any business
Right.
was a bit of a strange one for me because I wasn't used to it. It was thoroughly enjoyable, but I have to say that the hospitality off the ice back in the cabin with the team was fantastic, and it underlines what's really important to me. And again, we live in a world that's full of technology, but people and relationships and trust is really important to us and really important to our partners, and that comes from spending time together, even doing things like ice fishing.
That really is an event in a box, huh?
There it is. Yeah, I'm not sure how scalable it is, though. Certainly, possibly in Scotland and Antarctica and a few other places, but not all around the world.
That's awesome. Well, look, thank you so much, Gordon. I really appreciate the time. I love hearing about the program, and I love the idea of bringing back people to people connections. We're so digitally focused these days. I agree. Meeting someone face to face, shaking their hand is changes the game, in my opinion. So I think it sounds like an exciting program you have.
Great. Well, Jeff, again, thanks for having me, and wish you and all the listeners the best.
Yeah, and maybe we'll have you back and you can share some of the results of this program so we can kind of go full circle in the future.
You bet. More than happy to.
All right. Thank you very much. This has been Jeff Mesnick with the Channel Marketing Journal, and I've been here with Gordon Mackintosh. We'll talk with you soon.